the president awarding a Peace Prize today. It was not the Nobel Peace Prize. It was the one from FIFA. First one ever awarded. It happened in D.C. earlier at this star-studded event that President Trump attended for most of the day. And the president of Mexico was there. Prime Minister of Canada also in attendance. And in attendance on this program, as he is each day with the Daily Take, is the great Geraldo Rivera. He's revealed through the lights. All right, Geraldo. Yeah, not the Nobel Prize, but it's the FIFA Peace Prize for President Trump. What do you make of it? You know, he's asked on the way in today about whether a peace prize, when all this talk about Venezuela is in the news, is somehow conflicting. What do you say?
Well, I think that all this talk of prizes has stirred something in your Cleveland bureau. Connell, we would like to present you with this prize, Best of the Bunch.
Best of the bunch.
Yes, this is
this is huge.
Best of the bunch.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
If you want to make your speech now,
no,
or would you like to do it after my report?
No, I absolutely. I'll need time to gather myself. I'm taken aback so much, Geraldo, by this gesture of yours. Very nice. Oh, this is huge.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it, because I'm sure President Trump appreciated FIFA giving him the Peace Prize that the Nobel Committee has so far neglected to do. I think the special rub for Trump, knowing him as I have, was when President Obama got it for basically being elected. And he now ruefully compares his current situation to that of former President Obama and said he got it for being Obama. You know, I've been Trump and I've settled all these wars and I haven't gotten one. FIFA picked it up. You know, they're very hip, very slick. They deal at the national level, very powerful. 1 billion people will watch the World Cup. You know, and they just wanted to make nice with Trump, and I think it's a great idea. No harm, no foul, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. I was going to say, I know you're a fan of a lot of things. I said he's not a soccer fan if he's saying FIFA instead of FIFA, but that's fine. You know, so that's just soccer. It's fine. That whole event today was really, really interesting. It was Trump at the Kennedy Center, and there's a red carpet. Kind of weird to see a president on a red carpet. Oh, there we go, the dance moves. There you go, the patented move. So he's there, and then the president of Mexico's there, Prime Minister of Canada's there. So you have kind of, oh, are they going to talk trade? And then, did you see this, Geraldo? I think they were expecting him back, and he says, no, this is great. I'm going to hang out. He stayed even longer at the event, much longer than people thought.
And it was poorly lit. It was so obviously kind of ad hoc and spontaneous. It was ad-libbed. You know, but I'm okay with it. He's been under a lot of pressure. You know, he doesn't get to do that that slick move very
That was better, actually.
There,
that was better. Is he still there, by the way, Claudine?
Right.
Is that what you said? He's never coming back. Oh, last check,
he's still hanging.
There. Forget it. He's going to go. He's there. There's the move. There's the move. So it's this idea that the president, and I heard someone saying this earlier, is like at these types of events, whether it's with foreign policy or the quote-unquote fun events, okay. Some of the other stuff, it's been a struggle lately. We've seen it in the approval ratings. So it's kind of an interesting, I don't know if juxtaposition's the right term or not, but it's just, hey, when things get serious, he's been struggling. I think that's mostly the economy, but on these other events, this is, you know, you can see him enjoying himself.
Well, you know, we've all commented earlier in the week how he looked beat up. He looked very sleepy. His health was everyone gossiping about it and talking about it, and you know, the controversy over the second strike and the drug boats, and you know, the inability to make peace in Russia. I mean, with Russia in Ukraine. He's had some, you know, he's had a rough patch. Why not give him a day off? And that's essentially what he got, surrounded by people who like him or respect him or fear him. But he was clearly, you know, a star. But, you know, worldwide, this thing is so huge that probably more people know about you know, this award than know about the Nobel Prize worldwide. You know, but I'm glad for him. I congratulate him on his on his success, and your banana will be shipped to you.
That is just,
as soon as I get off the air
no
today.
offense, Mr. President, but I think I got the bigger award today. I guess best of the bunch award
And
from Geraldo.
you got that Hollywood look. You got that
like this
Hollywood
today?
look today. You got
this
the
is I might be trying too
country
hard.
clubby,
yeah, right. That's something.
No,
I don't know.
no, yeah,
This is the best I can do.
One of those.
I'm actually roasting right now in the studio with the lights. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the best call after all. It's about 2 degrees in New York, but not in here. Anyway, I wanted to leave time. Speaking of serious versus frivolous, I wanted to leave time to talk about this whole pipe bomb suspect story with you again today, because you brought up this guy Brian Cole Jr., who's the pipe bomb suspect in D.C., was in court today for the first time. Yesterday on the program, here's kind of the specs on him. You brought up the fact that you used to go back and forth on TV with Dan Bongino about this before he was the #2 at the FBI, and you know he was out there. So was Kash Patel, promoting a bunch of conspiracy theories about this case before he went into government. And he went on TV on that very program that you referenced, Hannity, last night. And this is what Bongino said. Listen.
Pass, Sean, for my opinions. That's clear. And one day I'll be back in that space. But that's not what I'm paid for now. I'm paid to be your deputy director. And we base investigations on facts.
I mean, to me, that's quite a statement. It's like, well, in the past, I was saying a bunch of stuff that wasn't true because I can make money off of it, and someday I'll do that again. But for now, here I'm at the FBI.
There's no doubt but that I was right and Bongino was wrong in those countless encounters that we had. He went off. I mean, with the thing about a conspiracy theory is it's a lot saucier than real life. I mean, to think one of the conspiracy theories was that the bomber was a cop who was hired to make the protesters, the pro-Trump rioters look bad. So he wanted to cause a mass casualty event. You know, just crazy stuff. And not easily debunked. As long as you don't have the answer, you can't say you're wrong. But now there is the answer. And the irony is, and I have to give Bongino credit, the irony is they went to a bushel of old evidence, shook it up, and said, okay, let's run through this again on these Nike shoes. Let's run through this again on some of these visits to the various Costco and Walmart and all these others getting, what did they buy? You know, I think it really was a brilliant job of old, gumshoe detective looking through the records, using the computers wherever they could to cross-reference. I give them credit. They did an excellent job.
Why would we think, or do we have any reason to think he or Patel were personally involved, or was the agents that were on the case or assigned newly to the case that did the work?
Well, that's the last part of what you said is the important part. The fact is that this evidence was there all along. Yeah. It was there during the Biden administration when all of these other FBI agents were there during the Biden administration also. However it got started, and it seemed to me that it really was the Fox, trilogy that did it. It really was Jeanine Pirro, who's the U.S. attorney in D.C., Pam Bondi, the frequent guest also on Hannity, Bongino, and Kash Patel, another acolyte of the Fox years. It is remarkable and I think historic how much that one network has contributed for good and some say not so good. But in this particular case, you cannot fault them. It's old evidence, new eyes. They got the guy, and they got him. It seems to me, because I heard, and I haven't, confirmed that Brian Cole is one of the people who believed that the election was stolen. A pro-Trump kind of
There's
person.
Reports, like the AP had
that.
There's some reports. We haven't confirmed that part of it, but there are reports, yes.
I haven't confirmed it. I haven't confirmed it, and I don't know what his motivation is, and I think that's the next mystery. But give credit. We have to give credit where credit is due. Bongino and his team and et al., they really delivered, and the evidence was there all along, and now we have a prime suspect who has made damning statements reportedly, and it really seems as if they got their man, and also that he, so far as we have heard, has worked alone.
I hear you, Geraldo, but I think if you're going to give credit where credit is due, you also have to have accountability where it's due as well for past comments from Bongino and from Kash Patel and for, riling people up for years about this. And quite frankly, from Judge Jeanine, who, as you know, that, there was a time after the 2020 election, they wouldn't even put her weekend show on the air at Fox because they knew she was making stuff up and they were afraid they would get sued even more. So, I mean, all of that happened, too, in the past, is my point.
Harsh assessment, but true.
Well,
and I agree with everything that you said, but I also want this to be a caveat to our audience. When you get one of these talking heads on an opinion show, and what they're doing is not reporting, but rather spinning yarns,
yes.
Look through it, see through it. It's there may be truth lurking there some way. But it is that there are opinions that you're hearing on a daily basis.
Yeah, you're just more forgiving in the holiday season, and you came with an award today, so I shouldn't be so negative. Come on here.
That's
Let's
right.
Just, come on.
That's
Why do we
right.
have to get so down?
I have to definitely get it to you. It matches my tie, too.
Well, next time you're in person, if they don't stop you at the airport, you can bring it through next time, all right? Well, you really are the best.
There's that commercial of that lady wielding the banana.
Well, there's that, too. What else is down there? You got anything else down in the little... what
I get all kinds of stuff. I called the dog Skipper.
Oh, God. I'm sorry I asked. He's like a magician, this guy. What's gonna pull out? What's there? All right. You and Skipper have a good day, Geraldo. You're the greatest. We'll talk again soon.